So my wife and I will try to moderate this. When you're ready with the questions, do let us know. But I'm going to begin with the questions that I have here. So question number one, which I will ask, for some of them I may answer to myself because I'm a panelist. What are your biggest struggles when you started? And I will direct those questions to Mr. Rosa and DJ Tony. What do you think were your biggest struggles, your biggest holdback when you began the ventures that you got to? So let's start with DJ Tony.
To me, when I started, my major challenge I had was finances. For any business to excel, there are certain equipment in my field that you must have, basic equipment that you must have, some other you can rent. For instance, if we want to talk about my craft as a DJ, you must have a computer. You can't rent someone's computer to use. So the finance was one of the challenge, and the breaking through into the industry. When I started, there was social media was not really a thing then. So we had to break through using market strategies on the street, like meeting marketers to be able to promote your mixtape and all that. And as for the tech, I grew up in the cyber cafe, and I think most people here knows me from the cyber cafe days at Tngt. So for the tech, at least people that usually come there know me as the tech guy, right from I think 2001, if I'm not mistaken, when I started the whole computer stuff. And the major challenge was financing the business. That was one of the challenge we had, and as God will have it, I had supportive parents. I remember I always reach out to my mother to take a loan that I don't pay back. She was always there for me and my father. My first equipment was bought by my father, and the funniest part was my father was not in support of the craft, but I'm this person that knows what I want. I think Mr. Ali can testify. You can never change my perspective about something. If I tell you this is what I want, if you like bring different options that are better than what I want, I'll listen to you, but I always go with my instinct. So my dad had no option. Funny enough, when I started, he was against it. At the long run, when I was going for rehearsal, I said, oh, this takes me there and come to pick me. He takes me there, brings me back. When I told him I needed an equipment, because then we had just one CD player in the whole of Benue State, and it was owned by my boss. He has relocated to Lagos and he wanted to sell it off. And one of the challenges we had then was we usually pay, I think it was 15,000 to rent it then. And if you don't pay on time, someone else will pay. So automatically, when you have a wedding, you can't play, because there is no player for you to use. So we needed to, when I now spoke with him, he said he wanted to sell it. And was selling it for, I think, 70,000. In 2011, 70,000 was a huge sum. I spoke to my parents, and my dad said, okay, no problem. He was going to, when they take their salary, they will try to add up from their daily contributions. And as we have it, my boss now gave me a payment plan. I think he gave me 3 installments. I was able to pay, and things now turned around. Instead of paying the rent out to my boss, I was the one now receiving rentals from my peers. I was now making the money, because then if you pay 15,000, the manager, the person who manages it, takes 5,000, saying 10,000. So I was taking the whole 15,000 to myself. That's how I started. I think that same year I was able to save up, because I started having weddings. I was able to save up to buy a speaker. Speakers were quite cheap then. I bought my first equipment for 35,000, the speaker, 35,000, and the amplifier was for, I think, around 60,000. But we call them top, just single speakers. I still remember the name, Defendi. I used that speaker for a while, and that speaker made me a lot of money. And I must say, I had to reinvest back in the business because there was no other source of income for me. That was just what was bringing in the inflow. So when I received gigs, I had to put it into use by buying other equipment. I was able to get my own personal microphone. At first when I got the speaker, there was no amplifier. I had to still wait for other gigs to be able to save and get the amplifier. When I was done, the next thing I did was to get the microphone. We started like that, and as God will have it, I've been in the industry for 16 years, and consistency, taking calculated risks and turning it into a proper investment. I was opportune at the long run to be credit worthy. So most of the equipment you see me having today, sometimes I talk to the importers. The relationship I built over time, they can give me a payment plan for 2-3 years or a month, it depends on the cost. And we'll spread the payment and I pay gradually until it becomes my own. So that is one of the challenges in the industry is financing.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me run through some things that you said. Number one is that you are credit worthy. Nobody will give you equipment if you are not credit worthy. And that comes with integrity. So this is what I say. You can teach someone how to be competent. It's hard to teach someone how to have integrity. Integrity is a currency and an attribute that is hard to teach. If you don't know how to sew a dress, I can teach you how to sew a dress. But if you're a liar, it's hard to teach you how to be truthful. Are you following what I'm saying now? So you can't be looking for credit if you are not credit worthy. I'm trying to just clarify, because you say tomorrow, DJ Tony borrowed something. He did not even pay. He took his time to pay Augusta. He was credit worthy. Number two, he said that when he puts his mind on something, he does not change his mind. He will hear you, but he will still go for what his mind is fixed on. I know what you heard is different. Is that Apeh, if I want to become the president of Nigeria, I will win Tinubu in 4 years. That's what he said. If you set your mind on what is not practical, regardless of how much you believe it. You cannot be the next president in 4 years. I'm not a prophet of doom. Are you following what I'm saying now? So even if you like, go and meet any prophet, you cannot. You say, but DJ Tony say he fixes his mind or something. Me too, I fix my mind on something. I will get it, no matter what. Augusta, bring balance to what he has said. You can have your mind fixed to be a fashion designer. That's what he's saying. And your dad wants to be a medical doctor. You can still go and practice medicine. 5 years later, open a fashion company. The father will come. You follow what I'm saying? So don't say because we said that if you fix your mind on something, even if your father does not want it, you will do it. Your father will buy you a speaker. It's not true. So you can fix your mind on something, write this down. Good ideas can wait. So if you have your mind fixed on beginning a DJ business, it may take 3 years. It may take 3 months. It may even take 10 years. But fix your mind on it long enough till you have it. But don't say that you must do it now. That's not what we're saying here. Stay your mind on it. Be aggressive on it. Listen to advice where advice is needed. But fix your mind on it and wait for it however long it takes. Does that make sense to you? All right, so Mr. Rosa.
Okay, I would like to say one of the major challenges I had when I started was managing time. Now, I won't say finances, because then When I started as a baker, all I needed was less than 10,000. Yes, it was. I didn't have the space. I actually started baking under a tree in my house. I have the picture in my bakery. Yes, I started under a tree. Because baking then, I just needed a palette knife, a turntable, and then, yes, there was no oven, but there were local ways I could bake using my mom's pot. Abacha stove, controlling the heat using the normal electric stove. So when I started, majorly managing time, because I was a student at that point in time, and then baking is very funny. It is so timed. Somebody can call you for a cake now, and they want it tomorrow, they want it this evening. You have to meet up to win their trust so that they'll come back again. Now, managing time wasn't easy. Then another thing was that getting the patronage. When I started, I was one of the first male bakers in Makurdi. It wasn't easy convincing someone that as a guy, a young boy, you could actually bake. So what I did was, I started baking free. I started with my family members. When I know your birthday is coming up, I try to convince you that I can do something fine. And then, for some, they'll give you something small to be able to get icing sugar, flour, and the rest. And I'll make the cake. When people come for the birthday, who made this cake? It started gradually. When I wanted to start my class, I did the advertisement. Then, like Tony said, most of the social media opportunities we have now, we didn't have them then. So what I did was I printed flyers, I posted them. So, in fact, after all the advertisement I did, only one person registered. And when she did, my wife then was my girlfriend. And then I begged her. She was staying in school then, but I begged her to join that class so that the student does not feel lonely. And then I started with just 2 students. That year, before the year ran out, my student level grew to about 20. And then gradually it started growing. It started growing up to the point that I was generating money from the classes. It gave me that money to get other equipment. Then it got to a point where I had to expand. I had to get the place because I was actually using my room. Now, this is the funniest thing. I moved out of my room, turned my room to a bakery, and moved into the sitting room. That was a sacrifice. Then another thing, with my consistency, my family, my friends believed in me. If I have a cake job, my friends come to help me mix manually. And then it got to a point, my sister was like, this thing's serious. She helped me. She was working at Benue State Radio Benue. She took a loan and gave it to me. That loan, I used it to set up a small space. And then I moved from my room there. And that was how I grew. I grew up to the point that I did an Empower program. Empower reached out to me. They gave me the opportunity to train students. And when I look at all the files of my forms that I have of students that are trained, including Empower and the rest, it's close to 2,000. Yes, because Empower will send so many people to you. You train. I've done some free trainings and all that. But I made sure that every training I did, I wrote down everything I was making and I reinvested, using it to get more equipment and improve to where we are now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me remark to this quickly, then maybe take over. So I note something here between DJ Tony and Mr. Erosa that something is striking about their stories. Both of them used family members. This one, he using mama, and his papa collect money. This one using babe, turn to students. Go using family, chopping cake. If they purge for family. Right. So, I mean, I have a very strong principle that guides my life. I use what I have. I use what I have. You know, so I don't always judge my life by what I don't have. I just use what I have. It could be people. You know, I said earlier that if you are useless, you can become useless. But as a manager, you must learn to be used and you must learn to use. So I'm saying to you that never feel guilty for using people. People are actually meant to be used, not abused, not misused, but used. Are you following what I'm saying? So DJ Tony used his father to raise some kind of funding, used his mother to raise some kind of funding. For you, it may not be your father or your mother, it may be a brother, a cousin, a friend. Again, if he was not trustworthy, his father won't give him that money. So there is an integrity at play here. Then for him, he was able to talk to his girlfriend, who is now his wife, to say, come. And that's psychology, that's perception. If I have only one student in the room, he or she will become very discouraged. So I will talk to my friend to come and act like a student, to build perception that you are two and not one. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand how to use people. And then number two, I want to bring up here very quickly, is that at some point, he took certain things on credit. At some point, he borrowed some money. And I know that we have very spiritual people here who don't believe that you should ever borrow money. We'll talk about that in the next Tngt. But there is a way to build good risk, and there's a way to have bad risk. Borrowing money for a worthy cause is a smart move. It's called leverage. It's called leverage. If you are my friend and you have 10 naira and I need 2 naira, I can come and tell you that please give me 10 naira, 2 naira from your 10 naira. And I will leverage on my friendship with DJ Tony to borrow that 2 naira. Is it a bad thing? I know he has 10 naira. And I have helped him do things more than 2 naira. So I can go to him and leverage on the trust he has for me to ask for 2 naira. Some of you will go and meet somebody that you have not built any grounds for leverage. But if you have grounds for leverage, use it. And when you use it, pay back. And don't turn loan to prayer points. You borrow 100,000. You say you pay back after 1 month. And I'll call you 1 month later. When are you paying back my 100,000? You say, please join me to pray. That, sir, actually, no one say actually twice. What is coming next is not good. Sir, just join. I think I'm under attack. It's not any attack. Okay, pay me my money. I'm going to make input. I'm going to answer this as well. Is it good to take a loan from the bank or a cooperative to start a business, especially when you sincerely don't have anyone to support you financially? And before I let Mr. Ali answer this, I'll bring context that when you take a loan, you must also understand timing. Many of you rush into loan taking because you don't want to wait for the right time. Many times, the money you want to raise now, if you wait 8 more months, you will get it without having to borrow. Some of you here, you make 50,000 from your working place every month. If you save 10,000 every month for 1 year, the 100K you want to borrow from your uncle now, you will not need to borrow it. You just have to wait for 1 year to save 120,000. But you don't want to wait. And like I said, there's a way to borrow. If you borrow money, you must have an asset base that is worth more than what you're trying to borrow. And many of you think that you are so sure of what you want to do with what you want to borrow, but you are not. Because many times when you design a business plan, you design a plan that captures only the prospect of the business and not the problem of the business. Every business has prospects and every business has problems. Many business plans that we draw out to submit always captures the prospect of the business and not the problems of the business. So when you borrow money that you can lose and find other ways to pay. If you lose that money and you can't find a different way to pay, don't borrow it yet. Are you following what I'm saying? So I'm going to allow Mr. Ali answer, but I wanted to put that backdrop that yes, you can borrow, but is it a time to borrow? Because there's a time to borrow. When the prophet helped the woman and said, go and borrow extra pots, and then this oil will multiply. There was first an oil that can be multiplied. before he asks her to go and get pots. Some of you don't have oil. You don't have water. You are going to bring pots. Don't go and borrow pots if you don't have oil that will fill it. Okay? So there's a place for timing. I was in Jos a few weeks ago and a lady asked a question. She owns a business, a jewelry business on campus. She's about 19 years old and she said she's doing well, but she wants to do bigger things and she wants to, find out how she can raise more money and all of that. I said, look, you are 19 years old, just stay on your lane. You are doing just okay at 19 now. You already have a business at 19. I didn't have a business at 19. Just stay there and make your 500 naira a month. It's okay. Is somebody paying your school fees? Yes, sir. Is somebody giving you pocket money? Yes, sir. So why are you under pressure to borrow money for business at 19 years old? Just do it at the pace you can do it till you are 23 years old. Are you following what I'm saying? Some of you are just so eager because all your friends are showing their brands on their status. You too want to show something. Okay, buy a book and read. Just buy a book. It will take you 3 months. If you read 4 books in a year, the year has passed. If you read that, if you follow that path and you learn under mentorship for 4 years, your friend who began 4 years ago, borrowed money 4 years ago, has 2-3 branches in Makurdi after 4 years. If you start 4 years later, you will triple their outcome. Because you will become like the man that has a sharpened axe as against the man who is cutting down trees with an axe that's not yet sharp. So don't think that waiting is delay. There's a place that waiting is never delayed. Many of you think that if I have to wait, I am being delayed. So borrow money, but borrow money at the right time. Many of you do not qualify whatsoever to borrow money. And then when Mr. Ali answers, I will come back again and tell you what it means to borrow from a cooperative. It's not by anointing. Are you following me now? You need to qualify to even borrow from a bank or a cooperative. All right, so let me allow Mr. Ali answer.
Thank you very much, sir. If you want to borrow money for your business, first I'll start by explaining to my own experience, which I believe my boss is part of it also. You won't just borrow money without capacity. You might have lovely ideas that if you borrow money, put into the market, it will say, pop, you're there. It's not that easy. The road is not that easy. Before you think of borrowing, sometimes you are trying to go outside the box. While you're in the box, have you considered every other options you have inside the box before looking outside the box? I'll borrow money that I had to borrow money to pay from where I borrowed, and I didn't come out of the hole. He taught me how to come out of the hole. You started the good business with your idea. Why not build integrity first? Build your own capacity, confident level, before going out to see how you can borrow. But you can borrow in other ways though. You might be looking for 100K to start your small business. You can do house jobs, you can do street jobs. You just wait patiently. When you save your money to up to the 100K, you go into the field, you try what you want to try with 100K. You see the outcome of the business, you've made some good profit. You go back again, turn over the 100K, you make good money. Before you know you are there, looking forward to get the capital that you are looking how you go and borrow from the bank. You can't just walk into the bank and tell them you want to borrow money and they'll give you money. They won't. They'll look at your capacity, what you have done, your turnover, your assets, your collateral, and all that. So if you are starting a small business, I prefer you build integrity with your mindset, with your idea, good relationship. You might have 1 or 2 mentors you go to, cry on to. It's all borrowing 500K. Start by taking small risks, borrow 250, put into the business and see what it will give to you before adding for more or seeing you expand your capacity to go and borrow from the bank. Before you see Tngt borrowing from different banks and all that, it has capacities. It has meant he has done so many contracts, so many things that he could show the bank, this is what I have done, this is the capacity I've built. Give me this money, I'll put it into this business and I'll pay you back in so months, so time. If you don't have capacity, my dear, don't need any borrow. There's no miracle to it. There's no shortcut to pay back. If you don't have capital, you can't go into some certain things. So you find a way to build your business from a very small scale by looking for how you could do side jobs, get that small capital. If you don't have uncle or mommy like DJ Tony and Apeh, like me, I run to my mentor. Even though I have the capital from people, let me tell you how I do my car runs, right? People believe on me based on my integrity that I built with them. Example, Tony and Apeh. Apeh's first car was the one I brought it for him. He didn't pay cash, sorry to say this here. We had the way that we did our transaction, but we came out of it well enough that we didn't have any issue. I didn't have the car myself. I got the car through somebody that gives all car to my mentor. He believed in my mentor, and the mentor told him about what I do, and he believed in what I do. He have seen me doing it. Do you get the connection? So it's not me going to the bank and working on my integrity and working on my capacity. Ali, can you get to Lagos and get 5 cars and sell it within 5 months? All you needed to do was to get somebody that will stand by you. Release the car to Ali, Ali will deliver. Why will that person stand by Ali? It's because of the integrity I have built over time, right? So some of the things you are looking for capital to start your business, it's not capital you need, it's integrity. It's not borrow you need, it's integrity. Hard work, determination, good capacity, confident level. Will you be able to drive these cars back? I couldn't give any driver my cars to drive from Lagos. You'll be complaining. I go to Lagos 3 times a week. I've fainted on the road. Nobody was there, no daddy, no mommy. At times you'll be calling me, where are you now? I say, bros, calm down, call me, don't worry. Get a hotel in local, just sleep. Come the next day, I say, don't worry, I will take the risk. It's a good car, I'll know how to go about it. Do you understand? So you try your own energy level, your own capacity, the things you can do within your box before thinking outside. So don't rush looking for capital when you have never tried anything on your own. You can do house job. So I have housekeepers working when they're on their shift. After their shift, they do PO exercise. They are gathering the money for something. Tomorrow you might see them and see you tomorrow. I met that guy in Batoa Resort. He was doing house job there, housekeeping job there, and now he owns a supermarket by the roadside. He was only trying to gather his capital. So you can borrow, but borrow wisely. And before you look outside the box, look within the box. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this wonderful session. It has been impactful. So my question is, as a young business starter, how do you handle customers that are, should I say, over unnecessary trouble? Yes, they just want to find, how do you handle them? Because sometimes they tend to want to piss you off. And then how do you handle them so that you can still maintain that relationship with them?
You know, someone like her, they have wounded her very well. When you are speaking in a place like, and you say piss you off, they don't piss us off well. Sorry. We have them every day. We have them. All right, so this is what I'll do. So let's take 2 more questions. I don't pick. Yeah, that's one there. How do you handle difficult customers? That's question number 1.
Thank you very much. I'm here because I like money, but more importantly, I love knowledge. Mr. Eros has said something about secret of his discounted promo. I'm so interested in that secret. If you use a secret and gave you 2 million in less than 1 month, please, what is that secret? Thank you.
Okay, so 1 more question. So many hands. So what we're going to do is this. We'll take a few more questions. So let's take the questions, but we can't answer all. But we've taken 2. Let's take the 3rd one.
All right, thank you very much for this program. It's so impactful and insightful. So here's my question. When people start up business, one of the major things that bring down the business is scaling the business. So I want to ask you and Mr. Irosa that your business is common. I came to Benue State like 2 years ago. I'm currently in the university, and the hotel business and the cake business is common in these parts and across the state. So how did you scale your business? What structure do you put around your business to get to this point? That's my question.
These questions are so good. It's spinning my body. Oh my God. How to scale. That is a topic I talk about. I love to talk about. How to scale. Scaling the business. Who is writing down these questions? Can we have a member of the team? Where's Favor? Is people around? Or Elizabeth, please, write down the questions. First question is, how do you deal with difficult customers? Number 2, how did Mr. Erosa, what's the secret behind his promotion? Yeah, Adeka, 2 of you, please put that together. Number 3 is, how do you scale? Let's take one more, just one more. The lady behind you, Christy. Oh dear.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
My question is from what you said about small actions swing big doors. Now, how can small actions be leveraged to build relationships and opportunities that can lead to bigger opportunities?
These things are just getting better. Let me take one more. They are so sweet. I won't answer them. We are not answering them. Let me just confess now. But the questions are just sweet. Even the air is even cooler as I'm hearing the questions. One more, please. Okay, let's. Who's speaking? Okay. Favor, you're doing partiality too, because it's wearing pink. The back is not working. Can we give him a mic that is working? Please. Thank you. Man, you guys are so high. Can we answer any of these questions? Time. Sharp. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My question is going to the cake engineer.
Yes. As you wore pink, I knew.
Okay. I'm a hairdresser, a stylist, a very good one for that matter.
I believe you.
Like the way he talked about handling pressure, like he handled pressure with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can you handle pressure when you are alone and there are a lot of customers?
That's a good sign. First of all, I mean, if you do what you're doing alone and you already have so many customers, it's a good thing. Do you mind me asking you a question?
Yes.
How is your profit monthly right now? Can you say, just give me a range, don't give the...
Okay, the range is from...
Is it 100K?
Yes.
It's about 100K?
Yes.
Every month. Profit after all bills? Yes. NEPA bill, diesel or petrol for your generator?
I don't pay all those.
So do you...
I don't have...
you are operating freestyle?
Yes.
So, can you afford to get, do you have anybody like an apprentice working with you now?
Now, that is the issue. Most people like coming to come and work with
as apprentice.
Yes, I find it difficult teaching somebody because I was not taught. So I find it difficult.
No, don't get him wrong.
I learned both of
Yes, he's saying he doesn't know how to transfer what he knows because it doesn't transfer to him. It's not a bad thing. Yeah.
I learned most of my things on YouTube. I'll just sit and I'll start doing it. So I don't know how to tell you to go and be looking at YouTube or coming to come and stand with me. Practically, you must engage yourself in hair making before you know something like that.
Yeah.
Me, it's just a skill I got. So it is very hard for me to transfer to somebody else.
But you can get an apprentice who just learns by observation.
Yes.
Can you do that?
That is very hard.
Why is it hard? Because they're not there?
Yeah.
People say something? Yeah. Because you can't find them. You want to answer this question? Okay.
The thing about being with Makurdi is that most young people don't want to get their hands dirty and don't want to be bossed around. Okay, I have a photography studio in welfare quarters. When we started a few years into when we started, I trained 2 guys for free, and then I went to my village, brought one of my relatives to train, and then in 1 month when that guy came, I noticed that these guys were about to obstruct my business, so I had to be ahead of the game. I brought my cousin from the village. I told him that, see, in 1 month, if you don't learn this work, I'll take you back. I put him under pressure, and in 1 month he snapped and he edited more than the 2. So this is what they did. They went into him and fooled him that I was using him, somebody that I was educating, and bought him the same school bag my daughter was using. And when I gave him that bag, he stood and shed tears. So they don't want to learn, they don't want to serve. That's the problem this young man is facing.
All right, I agree with you completely. So let me allow us answer the questions in one minute. Let's begin by the one thrown to you. What is the secret behind your 2 million profit in 1 month? 1 minute.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you the secret. When you see a price slash, there is no price slash. Yes. So if you're used to ordering online, Jumia, Temo, you're right? If you see a bag for 80,000 naira and it is slashed to 50,000, if you go to a store in Makurdi, that bag is 42,000. But the fact that we love getting things free, the fact that we want something to be cheaper, once you see that slash, you're driven to order. So that's the secret.
Powerful. The question is, how do you handle difficult customers? Which of you two? So 1 minute, just 1 minute, 1 minute.
I have had to refund some customers at some point too, when it becomes overbearing, because some people are really toxic. But if it's the customer that is just the normal things that they come up with, you need to keep them at all costs. Sheibodi is making clothes for the vice president now. He was not the vice president when he started making clothes for him. Those customers that will not pay you so well and will want you to do all of that on their product, whatever they are ordering from you, tomorrow they will pay you well. Keep them. For those that will become toxic, run. Your mental health is very important, but do it politely. Some persons just need you to communicate. I have to communicate with someone like that. Say, ma, whenever you come to the store, you make the place like a living hell for us, and that's not nice. See how beautiful you are. You are my mommy, I'm your daughter. Whatever you need me to do, let's just stop. And it stopped. And for the one that didn't stop, we had to refund her fabric, her money, and we sold that dress we made for her higher than what we billed her. So sometimes you need to refund if you need to.
Thank you. The next question is, how do you scale? I'll just tell you simple. You can't scale what is not structured. The same way you can't transfer what is not structured. Many businesses in Africa cannot be transferred because they lack structure. Any business that can be transferred can be scaled. And when I say transfer is that, can you run a business in your absence? If you can't transfer the running of a business to somebody else, absolutely, that business too cannot be scaled. A business that is not transferable is not scalable. And the thing that brings the balance to these two realities is building a structure that depends less on you. If your structure is self-dependent, it cannot be transferred. The fact that you are the most important factor of your business makes it impossible for you to scale it. As your children grow, they need you less. When your toddler is younger, you clean their poo-poo, you change their diaper, they need you for everything. As they grow older, you are not even angry that they don't need you. And that's the way your business should be. If your business is truly growing, it should need you less as it grows. So my desire is to be alive and be useless to my management. That's my prayer. That in my life, I'll be alive and I'll become useless to my management system. So if you want to scale a business, begin by building structure. And you can build structure in small forms. We have a lecture on YouTube that will deal with that. We'll share it on the group, right? Yeah, but build structure, no matter how small, whether it's 10,000, 20,000, just have a structure. Your accounting, the way you get paid, the way you check alerts, the way you keep your records. If you take a bike to go and deliver something, write it down. Create a form of structure. Just make yourself feel like you have structure, even if it's a small structure. Do you get it? Any other question? We're done, right? So, can we just stop? Boom. Okay, what's the last question? Yeah. How do you? Yeah, I give you examples. Pastor gave us an example. What he did at that time at BSU seemed like a small action, but has swung open a big door to him. He's in my life. I mean, he can't run anywhere anymore. He's trapped. 12 years after, we're still here, right? But what he did then You know, we've been to other places where we've met people that could have done for us what he did for us, but he didn't. And when we went to Mina as well, Mr. Larry did the same thing for us. Until today, we are very close. There are simple things. For example, you have my phone number now. Come here, let me see you. This is Eka. Adeka is here. Adeka, come. Now, how did you get my number?
I got your number at the volunteers.
You came to attend a volunteers meeting. You were one of those that came in the rain. You were beat by the rain. You are not wet to know there's wet in the rain and there's beat in the rain.
Beaten by the rain.
He was beaten by the rain. He came drenched in water. Both of them came for a volunteers meeting. We had some chit chat, and they now have my private direct line. They came just to attend a volunteers meeting. It was not announced on the group that I was going to be in that meeting, was it? Are you following me now? That small action has won a big door. And sometimes when I chat for long hours, am I correct? Did you have that last year? You came to visit me one-on-one. We spent like 2-3 hours together. 2 hours. Are you following what I'm saying now? Simple actions. Like what Miss Goodness said, that there will be opportunities that come in small forms. So, I mean, you are an example of your question. So, the word you used is the word you should apply. It's now, how do you leverage on it? What you did, for example, was asking very smart questions. There are people like you that I've given my numbers to, I don't respond to their chats anymore. You see? Your conversations have been so intelligent, so as yours, that I've kept talking to you. Right? Is that making sense to you? So, you embrace small opportunities to do the right thing, and then you know how to leverage on it. As a volunteer, leverage on that opening. Thank you. So, is that making sense to you? Does that make any sense to you guys? So, there's simple actions. Some of you are here in this room. This is a small action. You came here to attend a conference, and it may not even be the things we are saying. It may be a friend you will meet here that can change your life 10 years from now. I promise you. And I told them in the office that the people that will benefit the most from this conference are those who will not win any money. I'm telling you. Because you will live here with a resource that money can buy. Is that making sense to you? All right, thank you. So please, can we stop here because it's almost 2 o'clock. We have a time that we want to finish. Is that okay? I'm so sorry. If you have any question when we create this group, please feel free to share. The questions have been so intelligent, so intelligent. All right. So please, let's put our hands together for our panelists, please. Thank you so much, panelists. We are so grateful. Thank you profoundly. Thank you.